The rapidly growing threat from Idalia as it barrels towards Florida. This morning, the National Hurricane Center upgraded the system from a tropical storm to a hurricane. So by the time it makes landfall, we could be looking at a Category 3 storm with devastating winds and storm surge. They say this could be very bad. Idalia already passed Cuba overnight, bringing several inches of rain and flash flooding to the western tip of the country. Jim Cantori, with our partners at the Weather Channel, is standing by with a forecast. But we're going to start right now with Omar Villafranca. He's in Tampa, where the airport has been closed since midnight. Omar, good morning to you.
Good morning. Roughly 2/3 of Florida's counties here are under a state of emergency, including where we are right now, which is Hillsborough County. This area is expected to see a dangerous amount of rain and storm surge when Idalia makes landfall sometime tomorrow.
Pretty much anybody on the west coast of Florida, I mean, you can see major impact.
As Idalia churns towards the Gulf Coast, Floridians are getting ready for the worst. Loading up on sandbags, gas, and groceries Monday. Cases of bottled water were scarce as people like Miranda Connolly and her 2 young children stocked up on the basics.
For right now, we're just going to prepare the exterior of the house, and we're just going to make sure we have our food and water.
21 counties along Florida's Gulf Coast are currently under some type of evacuation order, as Idalia threatens to bring up to 12 feet of storm surge to some areas, and the potential for at least 111 mile-per-hour sustained winds. Satellite imagery from Monday afternoon showed the storm on its march toward Cuba, where it dumped heavy rain, leaving flooding and the potential for landslides in its wake. Idalia comes less than a year after Hurricane Ian slammed Florida's Gulf Coast as a Category 4 storm, killing more than 150 people in the U.S. and costing the state a record $109.5 billion. In places like Fort Myers Beach, recovery is still ongoing, prompting warnings like this one.
A lot of us are still living in trailers from Ian. Please do not stay in the trailers. They're not safe to stay in. Even with a minor surge, they could float.
Here in Tampa, Ian is still on the minds of people like Kiera Lowry, who started buying hurricane supplies earlier this summer.
Ian kind of snuck up on us, and I wasn't really ready. So that's why I'm here today as opposed to tomorrow, trying to be extra prepared.
State officials are warning people about another potential problem: contaminated gas. Gas that was sold from several Citgo stations after 10 a.m. on Saturday could be contaminated with diesel fuel, and that can cause problems in engines for people trying to drive away or people trying to use their generators after the storm. Nate?
Omar, thank you.